And I'm not here to throw nobody under the bus. They keep on saying this fight's going to happen. And once again, this fight may happen, but further down the future.
What up, boxing world? This is J-Rod with J-Rod's Level Up Boxing TV, and you are now entering J-Rod's Debunked Mixtapes. So yeah, let's get right to it. You know what this video about, you know what I mean? Like this is about addressing these little rumors, lies, and it's all debunked.
I mean, what now? That's the fight everybody wants to see.
Well, like I said, just like this fight, it stumbled across my desk, and it was an opportunity for me to fight at home and display my talent. This wasn't a fight that we was calling for or that we was looking for. It just happened to so be, him, and he was ranked number 6 in the division. So, it happened. So, we looking for the big fights, and like I said, hopefully in the near future we can get them.
This fight may happen, but further down the future.
Is Crawford taking the Mayweather route? Spence took the easy route. Is Crawford taking the Mayweather route? So, these rumors are getting all, reported, and it's all going out of whack. You know what I'm saying? So, supposedly, Bud got a Glovegate going on, like Tom Brady with the football gate. It's wild. Why? I don't get it, and I can't understand it. Whatever. We as true boxing fans of the sport, man, we gotta do better, man. Like, we getting too much lost in the politics, and we starting to forget about, supporting these fighters on these different levels. And I want to address, some of the things that I've been posting, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got no hate towards Spence, like I always say, and I don't got no hate towards Ugas, you know what I'm saying, or towards anybody that, Spence faced. I'm just, throwing out the logic. I'm throwing out the same logic that, you know what I'm saying, these Spence fans are giving, to the Crawford fans. And, at the same time, they're trying to win up Crawford. So, yeah, man, I don't see why, we trying to win up Crawford. But, however, I got love for Ugas. But at the same time, I also think that he's on the same exact level that, Avanesian is. And he just got, a bigger name. He's just a little bit more notable because, he with PBC. And it is what it is, man. You can't defeat those facts. When you look at, Ugas's numbers and his resume, and you look at Avanesian's numbers and resume, it both kind of equal out to about the same. The only difference is that, Ugas, got the opportunity that Avanesian didn't. Except for now, he got, Avanesian got the opportunity, you know what I'm saying, to at least try to fight for the title, you know what I mean, which he didn't have before. But Ugas had the upper hand to where, he was given the title, and then he had to eventually face Pacquiao for it because the fight with Pacquiao and Errol Spence didn't happen. So, and it's a lot of boxing politics that come into play with these things. But it's not trying to one up another fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta stop trying to one up people. You know what I mean? Like, go back to the beginning of times. Nobody was ever doing this type of shit. You know, boxing fans wasn't doing this type of shit. So I don't see why we are now. But yeah, man. So I'm gonna sew that up. I'm gonna put a few strings in it and sew it up, and we're gonna move along. So, you know, the whole Glovegate thing, you know what I'm saying? You know, I don't know why we are so quick to come the next day and then Sunday, Monday, and it's a Glovegate issue. You know what I mean? I noticed that like a lot of the smaller channels was on this Glovegate thing, and it's just like, damn, dude. Now Crawford. So now Crawford got to cheat to knock his opponent out when, I mean, he's got like how many stoppages and knockouts now? So now this is what Crawford's trying to do. He's trying to cheat his way to the top on what y'all call a C-level fighter. I mean, I don't know why, bro. I don't know why. For the love of God, why are you guys doing this? But, you know, I'm going to debunk that real quick. Firstly, it isn't the first time in boxing history that somebody's gloves broke or ripped or whatever. You know what I mean? Sometimes they tape them in the corner and they send them back into the action.
It was the end of the fourth round and he hit him about 2 seconds before the end of the round with a left hook. Clay took one chance too many and he still doesn't know where he is. He's still half out, Clay. And I think Clay has got a torn glove.
And they still kept the show going. But, you know, because you love Spence, you got to try to one-up Crawford, and now you're trying to say there's a Glovegate involved. Come on, man. So what did he do? Did like it rip on purpose so he can like slip in a brass knuckle or something? Like, what are y'all trying to say? Where are you going with it? So what? His gloves ripped. He probably had some cheap gloves. You know what I'm saying? Who knows what the hell happened? But his gloves got fucked up in the fight. They planned on changing them out, and that was like right before the knockout. Avenesian didn't make it. You know what I'm saying? They didn't make it to the point where they had to switch out the gloves. That's what it is, bro. What are you gonna say about Crawford? You know, I was laughing at some dude comment. You know what I mean? And he mentioned chancla, so it's like, damn. You know what I mean? Like, did Crawford go back in his corner and take out some of the padding and put Abuelita's chancla in his glove? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to figure out, bro. Where are y'all getting at? Another thing I want to mention too is, you know, this is just an example. You know, look at Gamboa. You know, Gamboa, he had a problem with his shoe. You know, before it was later found out that it was a torn ACL after the fight. You know what I'm saying? When he goes into the corner, they're gonna talk. I'm gonna let them talk.
Sit down. Let's see what's happening. I can't walk. No, I can't walk. Wow. No. Something on the right feet. I think it's broken. Might be the shoe that's broken. It's in the back. It's right there.
What's wrong with it? What's wrong? I don't understand. No comprende.
Sit down. I can't go. There's something wrong with my leg.
Referee Jack Reese has called the timeout.
Next round. Everybody out. Get out, please. Hey, the round's over. I don't understand this rule.
Well, round 3 officially begins. Gamboa complaining about an issue with his right shoe.
And yeah, man. So, like, You know what I mean? When they felt like it was a problem with the shoe, they didn't know what it was. But I mean, you saw the ref; he was eager to get the fight going. They pushed the fight no matter what. It was like, yo, fuck this bullshit. Let's get the fight going. And that's what happened. And what happened after that? They was even talking about getting shoes. Y'all don't act like y'all don't remember this fight. They was talking about getting him new shoes. They couldn't get him new shoes. They let his corner tape up his shoe, and that was the end of it. So I mean, like, you know, that's a perfect prime example. They kept the fight going. So now y'all trying, you know, bash Bud. Debunked. That is debunked all the way through. No Glovegate. Stop reaching. That's what it is for the debunk. Up next, we got what they've been saying about Crawford and his 10 million. I don't know why they choosing to go this far with the whole 10 million thing. Now they want to press the action about Crawford and the 10 million as if like he didn't get it just because it was reported by some non-credible sources. You know what I mean? Like non-credible sources that he only made 1 million and 2 million. And I mean, come on, you know what I mean? Like everybody's going ham over it, right? But there's two different articles on it. So and not only is it two different articles, but they giving you two different numbers. One says 1 million, the other says 2 million. And you know, and I seen what the other channels were doing. You know, I ain't gonna mention their names, you know what I mean, but one of them mentioned that one came from sportsbuy.com, and it's just like I typed it in and I got a broken link. So, you know, I don't know if I typed it in wrong, but you know what I mean, I typed it in a couple times. I even switched it up to org and it still didn't come up. But I really don't get it, you know, why they reaching with all this. You know what I mean? Dude made his 10 million, told you he was gonna make his 10 million. My credible source to me is BLK Prime that said that he made it 10 million. I'm gonna pull this up right here. I'm not sure how, you know, credible this is. So yeah, I'm not sure if this is 100% proof, but I mean, if it's not, you know, who gives a shit? I'm not in that man's pockets like that. And it's just like, you know, fans, you know, the way fans are getting, why are we reaching like this? You know what I'm saying? Like what has boxing come to where, you know, we over here favoring, you know, one another, fellow boxer, and, you know, just because we like somebody in our hometown or our city, or he's just our favorite boxer, we gotta start taking shots, you know what I mean, at his rival or his future potential opponent. You know what I mean? Like, we supposed to be showing these guys love, and they over here taking shots at the man for 10 minutes. So it's just like, you know, y'all just like trying to draw up red flags every chance you get. You trying to draw up a red flag, and you know, it's like y'all just waiting for the mistake to happen. Even when there isn't a mistake or a problem, y'all got to try to make one out of nothing. And I just don't get that, you know what I mean, with boxing fans today. Like, this new era is just so much different from the era back in the days, and like I, you know, say all the time, like the 80s and the 90s. Boxing was on a different level. You know, fans were fans, and yeah, you know, some of the fans were pretty bad back then, but you know, it isn't as bad as it is now. You know what I mean? Like, y'all done turned this into like the Bloods versus the Crips. It is what it is with this whole charade and the fanboyism. Like, they reaching and they taking this shit to a whole different level. But you know, that part right there is debunked because it's not a credible source. You can say what you want. You can sit back and refresh your internet page over and over until you find something new that you can talk about Crawford and try to shit on him. But it's not gonna work, especially with those sources. That's not gonna work. Those are not credible. So moving along, I wanted to kind of address some more things, you know, and kind of touch on a subject here, you know, with this fight, this potential fight that's supposed to be in 2023. And before I get into that part, you know, I mean, I just want to say, you know, Bud's doing a lot for the sport, and I've been noticing it, you know, more and more every day, you know, especially like, you know, the things that I'm talking about in this video about the Glovegate, 10 million, you know what I mean? Like, everybody's just like hating on Bud, and, you know, he's becoming the most hated. And I want to remind you that there was once another guy that was the most hated at one time, and guess who his name was? Yeah, the guy you saw at the very beginning, Floyd Mayweather. And remember how Floyd Mayweather used to carry himself all nonchalant, you know what I mean? Because he knew he was the most hated. It got to the point to where you know what, he stopped trying to give the fans what they wanted, and he did what he wanted.
I mean, you as a boxing fan, you're supposed to understand. At the end of the day, he's got to do him. So, what do you expect? He's a fighter.
Still, you know, the biased fans continue to shit on him. So he's the most hated, and he's to the point to where he's like, I don't care. And I say that because the boxing fans were crying. You know, they was doing all that hooting and hollering and crying that, you know, Bud ain't mentioned Errol Spence's name after the fight. If you watch the post-press fight conference, you'll notice that Bud mentions Spence's name. When the press starts bringing it all up, he talks about it, and he talks about it happening in the future. He even said that in that short video that I put up at the very beginning from Behind the Gloves, and he said it'll happen down the future. So I don't know what they crying about. You know, I remember there was plenty of times where you know, Spence didn't want to utter Terence Crawford's name. I remember the time that Errol Spence Jr. showed up at Crawford's fight and didn't even jump in the ring. So, you know, why are they trying to make something out of nothing? They keep trying to drop these red flags, making something out of nothing, and I don't get it.
And still, you know what I mean, after, you know, browsing through the comments, you know, it's so many comments talking about Crawford caught in so many lies. He lied about the 10 million so he can escape. And, you know, it's just been so many more way before that, you know what I mean? Like, so it's like all this accountability, right, for Crawford, for Terence Crawford. Like I say, I love Errol Spence to the fullest, but how many times has this dude lied and told his fans, you know, this, that, and the third, and ain't give it to him? Like this one right here.
Avoiding Terence Crawford. What's your response to what he said over the weekend in an interview?
I mean, how am I avoiding him if I'm fighting in a unification fight with Sean Porter? I mean, a top 5 welterweight. So, I mean, last time I remember it, the WBC ordered me and him to fight each other, and you know, he didn't take the fight. So, I mean, nobody's avoiding Terence Crawford. You know, there's big fish on this side too that, you know, I gotta fry.
Hold up. When did the WBC order Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence Jr.?
Right, exactly. Accountability. Why did he never get held accountable for that? I mean, there's so many things that I can pull up now, and I've known that y'all seen by my videos. I do my research in full. I'm very thorough with everything. But, you know, again, it is what it is. But I want to, which brings me to my next thing that I wanted to talk about. You know, I'm starting to get these, you know, vibes now, you know, especially with Mayweather being involved and Mayweather saying what he said. So that's what leads me to believe that, you know, in 2023, hate to break it to y'all, man, but I might be right. I said this, like, I want to say maybe 5 or 6 videos ago. I've also said it in a couple of other people's channels. But we may not be getting this fight in 2023.
And guess what? I'm not going to tell you. You know why? Because I'm going to tell you that in my next video. Yeah, because, you know, also I wanted to hit you with a little tease.
But in my next video, you're going to find out exactly why this fight's not going to happen in 2023. But before I go, that's my debunked video. I want to close the session, man, because, you know, you guys was kind of like, you know, wilding with all the stuff on social media and all these little channels posting all this stuff. Come on, man. So I'm gonna play this last clip. It's from Boxing Gyms. Shout out to Boxing Gyms. I think he's one of the best, if not the best, channels for boxing, for fight breakdowns. I mean, he just does it so accurate, and you know, he's very articulate with it too.
Boxing Gyms, G-E-M-S, Boxing Gyms. Check it out, study some of those videos there. The guy's phenomenal. His name is Ryan. I'm telling you.
If you show a fighter with a high boxing IQ like Crawford's the same thing twice within 10 seconds, especially if you're reacting off their movement, you're more than likely timed. The fighter will rinse and repeat with an adjustment.
You see that, my man? Glovegate my ass. I mean, come on. That is like perfectly put. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. Look, listen. This is pure skill. This Glovegate, none of that shit got anything to do with it. This is what you call pure skill. The way he set it up. Look how he took off with the uppercut and then boom with the hook. And Evanesian didn't see it coming because he was waiting. He knew that high guard was going to affect him. Bud knows how to catch on real quick. And as you see the way Boxing Gyms explained it, he lined them up perfect. Crawford's a person that you cannot repeat the same movement over and over, because if you do, he's going to catch you. And that's what happened to Evanesian. So I don't know what they're saying about the Glovegate. The Glovegate ain't win the fight. That was pure skill that won that fight. But yeah, man, you know, that's what my take on the whole ordeal is with this fight. And like I always say, I try to pull up facts. I'm not gonna run with no bullshit sources. I'm gonna tell you the facts, and I'm also gonna tell you my opinion. But notice that my opinion is always separated from the facts. My feelings are never involved in it. But yeah, man, that's my debunked video. It's a new thing that I'm starting with the debunked mixtapes, and I do make these beats myself. I try to use these little apps and stuff. Sometimes I hit my little studio, but right now my studio's down, so I'm kind of making these beats from a couple little apps that I got. But I hope you enjoy the tunes. I hope you enjoy the show. It's your boy J-Rod with J-Rod's Level Up Boxing TV, and I'm out your ear. Peace.